overmodulation. It comes when you either talk too loudly or have your amplifier turned up too much, or some other problem that makes the audio signal go beyond the range of the capacity of the software or your amplification things to record that. So what I'm going to have the cameraman do is I'm going to have him zoom in here on the screen. So take a close look at the screen right there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the microphone closer to my mouth without talking louder until I've got it hitting my chin. Are we achieving overmodulation there? Not quite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk even louder, and that's definitely overmodulating. So right now I'm overmodulating intentionally, and I'm going to solve this problem by moving the microphone away from my mouth. I'm going to continue to talk louder, and you'll be able to notice that at some point the signal sounds about right, and at some point the signal will get a little bit too soft. But I've got the microphone about 1.5 feet away from my mouth right now, talking about the same volume. Okay, so that's one way to cause overmodulation. So I'm going to go back to a modest volume, and I want to show you another way to cause overmodulation. So if I can have the cameraman zoom in on the preamp box, you can see that this is a signal that's just about perfect. We've got this coming up in the green. It should sound just about right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank this thing up as much as it'll go. And that is as much as it'll go. So with that volume level, it's still not hitting the red. But you want to watch this, and if it hits the red, you're overmodulating. So the only way for me to make this overmodulate is to talk louder. So I'm going to talk louder. It's hitting the red. Every time it hits the red, it's going to sound bad. And that's one of the other causes of overmodulation. So you want to avoid overmodulation. The way you avoid overmodulation is by setting your amplifier correctly. You want this to be coming close to but not hitting the red. You want to talk at the right volume, and you want to check your results for the very distinctive type of bad sound that is overmodulation. And once you know what to listen for, you can very easily avoid it. So if you like this video, please watch the rest of the videos in this series. If you have other suggestions on avoiding overmodulation, please post them below. Thanks.